This is a simple exercise that I've created with a box, so square of poles, and then 2 accuracy rails in a long straight line and some tram lines as well to be able to help with straightness. This exercise can be used for a multitude of different reasons. Stride length, straightness, body position, horse's relaxation, rhythm, all sorts of different things. Also to be able to help with turning and sort of the aids to be able to do so. But I'm specifically using this exercise for this horse, who's a 7-year-old, to be able to work on his straightness. He's got the most beautiful canter and rhythm and always cantering along in the same kind of tempo. But sometimes he just comes a little bit against the hand. He doesn't always quite move off the leg as I'd like. And sometimes the frame just comes up a little bit. So I'm trying to create softness all the time within this exercise. I'm using the box to be able to help sort of push him back around and push him a little bit straighter. He likes to drift to the left on this way. So you'll see me, I'm aiming to keep my hands still, my seat bones level, and be able to get a little bit closer each time to those rails. And you can see sometimes, his head comes up a little bit. He just doesn't like to turn to the right so much. He wants to fall to the left. So the body weight wants to go to the left. So sometimes you'll see he slightly disagrees and he wants to go more to the left than me. These accuracy rails are really, really fantastic to be able to make sure you're over the centre of them. And then I've got tram lines afterwards, so something for you to aim at. And ideally, it'd be great for the rider to be able to see in their vision the accuracy rails, but really to be not looking at them, to be looking beyond, to be looking more for the tram lines and finding a much longer pathway of what is straight. On this rail that I just done, I actually could really notice as well, and it's a great one for rider's position. Actually, I didn't have as much right leg or inside leg around him as I'd like, so I'm just going to do that again, make sure that I'm pushing him forwards and straight and over all the time. The left reine's not as good as the right rein. He tends to fall in a little bit on the left and block on the left rein. He doesn't really quite stand up as well as he does on the right rein with the left hind leg. So what I aim to do is actually to push him. I use the rails a little bit further away. I actually want to make a bigger square and push him forwards and straight. So I encourage him to be able to activate the inside hind leg a little bit more, a little bit quicker. Rather than make it too slow and too tight around the box, I've actually need to make him push him forwards and make him quicker and a bit stronger. You'll notice this way, he's nowhere near as straight as the other way. He actually drifts to the right quite often. And the frame's not as good. So this way I tend to work on the strengths to start with. I would do the right rein to get the feel and what the exercise or how the exercise should really be. And then I work on the more challenging rein afterwards, but I probably would do this more frequently. So I might give him a break and then go to the left rein again, making sure that I'm still working on the areas to develop in a positive way, but making sure I do enough to be able to create the strength in the hind leg. You'll notice this time I think he's really quite crooked and drifts to the right. And to me, this is about, horses need to make mistakes to be able to understand what's correct. And if you work by repetition, so you explain to them, right, this is what the exercise is. And you'll see I'm reinforcing the explanation of straightness, pushing him round, and the aids to be able to help get him to be able to be longer and straighter rather than curling around to the left and drifting to the right. So you'll see, and then I put the repetition in again. So I then repeat the exercise and do it exactly the same, but I've explained the aids a bit better on the box, and then you can see he picks it up and he's much straighter. So what this means is that my horses are able to learn in a really nice natural way, and they can start to work things out for themselves. Plus, I like to coach my pupils in this way. So they're able to understand themselves, have a go, play with the exercise, take away that they need to, and then work on the areas that need developing.